Hello and welcome to a Smurd P video, and from Boom Studios we are looking at Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 103, and we have this beautiful variant cover which I was very excited for, and then they just seem to have stopped doing these ones, so which was a little bit annoying. But that's neither there or here. I'm disappointed, obviously. Variant cover is done by Rico by the looks of it, and there are lots of others as well. And this is written by Melissa Flores, illustrated by Simona di Gianfelice, and colors by Raul Angelou, and letters, as always, by Ed Dukeshire. Now, I apologize if I've said any of those names incorrectly. I do not like saying names incorrectly, but sometimes I do, unfortunately. I'm only human. So, this issue starts far from Earth and a battle which involves Zordon and Morphin. However, it is a way for actually Zedd and Zordon to discuss that Zedd is in a bad way. He is seriously hurt and been brought back broken and damaged from the moon, and Zordon just wants to understand what Mistress Vile, how she achieved such a feat quite quickly when returning back more stronger and more powerful than ever. So there were defenses in place that Zedd put in place to stop the Rangers from getting in. However, she tore through them like they were nothing, and also brought some sort of creature that he actually refers to as having some sort of affiliation. He felt that it had affiliation with Etarians, but just none of the honor. So the finesse, the power, the I'm trying to think of the right word to say, the tenacity, etc., was all there. And yeah, rips apart, and now she has the Zeo crystal, or this creature has a Zeo crystal. So I was thinking about that. So we all know that the Zeo crystal blew off Zeddy's face. What if that was what broke the cell, the spell to release it? Now, I guess the thing is, how on earth does it end up getting back in its place in the moon instead of in Zedd's hand? And if this is done by the Rangers later on, why would they keep it there? Why not move it to Earth or somewhere else? Prometheus even. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, Kimberly is quite frustrated. We've got Zedd in the basement. We've got Goldar and Bamboo as house guests, and Matt is on the moon being tortured. We should be doing something and not wasting our time on this. And then, you know, Ice says, yeah, we should be going back, etc. And then Adam and Rocky try to explain, we need to have a proper plan if we are going back. We can't just go in there. Aisha, filled with emotions, goes running off. And then we get this very, very cool moment where it's not just about emotions. She thought the hardest part would be battling the villains, etc., going into giant swords, but it's actually not. It's dealing with emotions, her friend in trouble, those sort of things. So which is quite interesting. So we then divert our attentions to the moon and planning things, etc. And it is a parting gift for their friends. Meanwhile, Squat starts questioning his choices. So they were all clearly given a choice to join Mistress Vile or go with Zedd or leave Zedd, etc., which is where that divide ended up happening. I think it's the fact that this poor lad is being tortured, etc. It seems a bit creepy, and even a bit strange to him, etc. Meanwhile, Billy and Kimberly once again discuss the whole Matt situation, and we are reminded of the bonds of their friendship with Matt from just not only Go-Go Power Rangers, but perhaps before Go-Go Power Rangers, Megazord Day or Dumpster Day, whatever you want to call it. And then Grace and Zordon, once again, they rehash old ground about sending children to their deaths to fight monsters on the moon. She's obviously frustrated that she's lost her Green Ranger and her Dragon Zord up there. However, Zordon carefully reminds her that he didn't give her this coin this time. Give Matt this coin. She gave it to him. She gave him these powers, and now perhaps she's starting to understand the weight of those decisions. And he said he wanted to carry it, and she says we're animals of habit, and we share the burdens. Meanwhile, Skull and Bulk are trying to get into shape, going to fight the world, and we get this nice cameo for Jason in the background after the events of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 100, where he's just now a civilian, and all he wants to do is look after his father, which is the right thing for him to be doing now, and focus on the other things, etc. And not focus on martial arts like they're trying to do. They're trying to defend themselves, which does make sense in the town that they're living in, the risks and dangers that are there. Meanwhile, this monster comes down, and you know why this monster is here. It is a diversion. It's quite straightforward. So the Power Rangers morph into action, and we get a nice little smirk there from Jason, which I do like, and he says, guys, we need to get out of here. So he does his part there. So it's quite clear that this fight is quite brutal, and Kimberly doesn't wait. She calls on the Pterodactyl Firebird Thunderzord power. Quite simple, and destroys this. Very, very simple. Very, very effective. Really quick. Really easy. Now, this leads to a big argument in the chamber, the power chamber, etc., or the command center, as it was called during this time. So they have a big bluey, and the big bluey is, my friend is being tortured on another planet, or the moon, and we do not have time for this. I destroyed it. I dealt with it quickly. And you asked your question numerous times on why did they wait for Rita to make the monster grow when they could grow their own Megazords and quickly kill. I know killing it's never been deemed as killing, but they are killing monsters ultimately. So it would have been the quickest way. Obviously the TV show is a kids show, and it is what it is. So Grace confirms that the Dragon Zord and Matt are no longer on the moon. They are somewhere else. That means they are in deep space. Very, very shortly, they also get a signal from the Red Megazord, and it is in a bad space. They've got coordinates. So Zordon says he's sorry. And once again, another moment, he's saying he's got to ask them to make an impossible choice, going after Matt or going after the Omega Rangers. And I've got to say, I really did love the lead up to this, because I wasn't expecting this change to happen. Now, I think I've seen lingerings of this coming about, etc. But it's singing a song. It is singing a song. And waiting patiently, as he does, it's Alpha One. Alpha One just sitting back, and he says, I knew you would send them, Zordon. I knew I would have my revenge. It's just so creepy, so sinister, and it's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So Melissa has done a very good job. She's brought a character from Go-Go Power Rangers into Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Very, very nicely done, because there's a lot going on here. You got the stuff with Rita, you got the stuff with Matt, you got the stuff with Zedd, and now we have an Alpha One in the mix as well. And we also have this new villain in Mistress Vile back pocket. And how does she become so powerful? And then later on, just be the Rita we love and know in season 2 of, has she been given enhanced powers? There's something going on there that we're going to find out. And I love where this is going. And Alpha One being back in it, sheer brilliance. I'm looking forward to the next issue and how it pans out. So also, I just want to make sure that I apologize for my delay in Power Rangers reviews. I've had lots of comment, lots of everything. So no excuses. But I'm glad to finally be able to do this for you folks, etc. One thing I also wanted to point out, I really did love the art. I generally love art anyway because it's a person's interpretation of how they deliver that, and everybody's art, in my mind, and writing needs to be respected to some things. Don't get me wrong, I still question things, but there are some things I don't do. But I do sometimes notice when I think something's really beautiful, I tend to say that was beautiful. Anyway, hope you like my video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. Thank you to those that are already subscribed to my channel. We appreciate you folks. Make sure you look after yourself. Very important these days. And as always, embrace geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.